still gonna need y'all support in that war.
God first teacher of
That's right.
son.
That's right.
He made war from the beginning. His goal was to kill little black boys
That's right. Come on.
and cuddle little black women, black young ladies, brother. That's his goal. So you reproduce him versus reproducing the black man. Spiritual. So, black men, those 8 deaths or 8 shootings this weekend, that was on us. No matter how we want to look at it, that was on us.
I'm with it.
Young girl got shot in the head, crossfire. I don't know if she lived or not, I'm not sure. 8 shootings in less than, actually it was 12 hours. I think the last one happened last night, like 10 something. But it started about 11:30 yesterday. 12 hours, 8 shootings. While the brothers was out soldiering yesterday, we witnessed a high-speed chase on Fab. So, brothers, we are at war and we're fighting for the souls of black men and women.
That's right.
The Church of Highland was in, I know y'all be wondering what your captain is doing, but I'm nosy like that.
Teach, brother. Teach, brother.
The Church of Highland was in Regency Park yesterday. Cutting grass, knocking on doors, telling them how Jesus Christ has helped them. And we know they're dealing with a spook Jesus, right?
That's right. That's right.
Skin like burnt bread, right? Hair like wool, lamb wool.
That's right.
That's a black man, right?
Yes, sir.
I didn't say it now. Don't get mad at me. I didn't say it.
right.
So what I want us to understand, brothers, that it starts at home. If you can't, well, actually it starts with yourself.
That's right.
If you can't be God over self, ain't no way you can be man in your household.
That's right.
If you got problems that you deal with yourself and can't conquer them, or can't conquer those problems, you can't conquer the problems of the household.
That's right.
And from the household, how you gonna conquer the problems of the neighborhood? From that, how you gonna conquer the problems of the city?
Teach. Right. I'm with it.
The state. So it starts with self.
Yes,
That's
sir.
why all these strive to get rid of all these bad habits. So, I want us to understand that. Sisters, I want y'all to understand y'all are the mother of civilization.
That's right.
That's right.
And that you ought to be protected at all times.
That's right.
Yes, sir. That's right, bro.
At all times.
All
Okay.
time.
I'm the type of soldier that, right or wrong, I'm gonna ride with you. Then
Yes,
when I
sir.
get to myself, we're gonna talk about that wrong.
Right.
So I don't care what the sister's doing or what her behavior is doing. You protect the sister
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
and deal with the other part later.
That's right. You own it.
Same thing with your brother. Don't call him out on his deviation. Pick him up and then holler at him when you get back.
That's right.
So we had I'm not gonna talk about that. But we have to raise our level of security because it's all about the black woman and the children.
That's right.
Are you willing to die for what you believe in?
Yes, sir.
See, that's what made Martin Luther King great.
That's right.
Malcolm X great. It's what you're willing to die for, not what you're willing to live for.
That's right. Come on.
What you're willing to give your life for.
Teach.
When we talk about life, some of us won't even give an hour of time to push the program.
Say that.
We done tried everything else. We tried Hennessy, we done tried prostitutes,
All right.
we done tried stripping,
All right.
tried beer, try Islam one time.
Try as long.
Take
Yes,
one
sir.
time.
Just
So
one.
You say you tried.
That's right.
Try it one time.
Money back guarantee.
But once you taste it, now that's what you're gonna have an appetite for.
That's right.
That's what you're gonna have an appetite for.
Yes, sir.
Just try it. Because we have to be able to do something for ourselves. See, a black man came to black America.
Come on.
Ain't no white man come save us now.
That's right.
Ain't no Arab come save us.
Come on, sir.
Ain't no Jew come save us.
Come on.
A black man came to save us.
Teach now. Teach.
That was shaped and molded for the black man and woman.
That's right.
For our distinct problem. Then he came amongst us and found one with a third grade education
That's right. Come on now.
and made him into a God amongst people.
That's right.
He built a $1 billion empire in the 50s,
That's right.
60s, when everything was against us.
Come on.
He cleaned us up.
That's
Everything that the white man made us, he cleaned us up.
Yes, sir.
Why isn't he in the history books?
Teach now.
Good
Come on
question.
now.
Good question.
Why are we always talking about Martin Luther King? That's my brother now. I'm not talking about him. That's my brother.
That's right.
But he didn't do or didn't have a job that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad had.
Right.
That's right.
He didn't bring a program totally to resurrect the black man and black woman.
That's right.
And after he met the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, he changed his whole philosophy,
That's right.
his whole outlook on saving the black man and woman. Quote, I feel I have led my people into a burning house.
That's right.
That's what he said. I didn't say it.
That's right. That's right.
So we as black people must learn to accept our own. Don't let the devil handpick your leadership.
That's right.
Teach, brother. Teach.
We got elections coming up,
That's right.
and we did our due diligence on the candidate.
All right. Come on now.
Don't let the enemy select who you vote for.
Come on. That's right.
So black man and black woman, are we going to stand up?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Black man and black woman, are we going to stand up?
Yes, sir.
Well, get on your feet then. Let's welcome our minister, local minister, Mr. Shakir Muhammad.
Walaikum sir.
In the most holy name of Allah, the beneficent, the merciful, the one God to whom all holy praise is forever due, we thank him for his coming in the person, Master Fard Muhammad, the great Mahdi to whom all holy praise is forever due. We can never thank Master Fard Muhammad for his wise choice in finding a man with a heart like unto his.
That's right.
That's right.
A man who was the perfect ground for a seed that would give us life. A man who understood the conditions that we were under, understood the scripture, but had a love beyond compare. As the scriptures say, God knew his heart.
That's right.
And in knowing his heart, he knew he would be the right man for you and I.
That's right.
That man I speak of is the reason for the season.
That's right.
The most honorable Elijah Muhammad.
That's right.
As black people, we are sometimes ungrateful.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And although God gives us many blessings and he gives us many opportunities, we sometimes don't show gratitude
That's right.
for the many blessings that we've been bestowed.
That's right.
But I am glad that God is not like the so-called Negro.
That's right.
And he is compassionate and he is merciful. And out of that compassion and mercy, he gave us another blessing. Oh man, y'all.
Come on with it.
Teach, brother.
Come on with
See,
it.
when you know you've gotten away with something, man, I thank God. Well, I was almost caught.
Yes, sir.
And some way God pulled me out of it. You
That's
know what I'm
right.
talking?
Yes, sir.
Come on.
Well, we were almost caught. And God pulled us out of it and gave us an example of being a man among us. And that is the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan.
That's right.
When I say that name, you need to be clapping.
That's right. Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, you need to be clapping. The reason I say that, because when we read the scripture, we read about David and Goliath.
That's right.
And when we related that story, we feel some type of way about the strength that David displayed when attacking Goliath. And we get energized by that type of script. In fact, when the preacher tells the story, he's telling it for motivation.
That's
To
right.
let you know that you are able to overcome any obstacle in your path.
That's
So
right.
when I say Minister Louis Farrakhan, he is an example of overcoming obstacles.
That's right.
So you should be rejuvenated, reinvigorated. Oh man, come on. You should be strong.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So when I say Farrakhan,
That's right.
because were it not for Farrakhan, we'll still be busting that thing.
That's
That's
right.
right.
Were it not for Farrakhan, we'll still be selling the pack.
Right.
Were it not for Farrakhan, we'll still be in the same condition that made us look dead in the outside of civilization.
That's right.
That's
right. Come on.
So let me greet you, family, this morning with the greeting words of peace and paradise. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, sir.
You're looking good.
You are too, sir.
Sisters, you're looking better.
That's right.
Brothers, you working. Praise be to Allah. I'm thankful to Allah for all of us who have taken time out of your busy life to be with us this morning. We thank you for being here. We thank you for adhering to our search procedure. The search procedure is vitally necessary. Did you
That's
want to
right.
say vitally necessary?
Yes, sir.
Because we never want anyone here to be afraid. We never want anyone here to be in a jeopardized situation. So we search you down physically to make sure that you bring no weapon of mass destruction in the house. Okay? We believe that we should all be in a safe environment. Just as if we were traveling abroad, when you enter into a new country, you have to go through customs.
That's right.
And customs make sure that you bring nothing of contraband inside that society.
That's
So
right.
they search you,
That's right.
right?
Yes, sir.
When you get on the airplane, they search you.
That's
right?
right. Yes, sir.
And they sometimes handle you a little messed up.
That's right.
But you know you're trying to get to the next destination, so you put up with it. Is that right?
That's
well,
right.
we have to search each other down physically, but as well as spiritually. Okay? And hopefully this morning you will have a spiritual renewal. And when I say spirit now, don't get it twisted. I'm not talking about anything floating around in the sky. I'm talking about an energy that empowers you to change the condition. All right? So I ain't talking about no spirit that you're getting drunk and, man, I got the spirit. No, we ain't talking about that type of spirit. We're talking about a spirit that will evolve you mentally.
That's right.
So we good on it.
Yes, sir.
Let me take a reading from the Holy Quran, because this is the book of scripture for the Muslim, and we want to press upon our minds, okay? All right?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
And if you have never read the Holy Quran, why don't you get you? You should ask yourself, why did the slave master never want you to read the Holy Quran? Our foreparents that were brought here to be slaves, they weren't brought here as slaves. Our brothers and sisters were free. So don't let them trick you like we brought you over here as slaves. You were a savage in the jungle, or you had a bone in your nose. Don't let them trick you. When you go to build a civilization, you get people who are capable of doing it, right?
That's right.
If you want to build a house, you don't go get people who are incapable of building a house, right? I don't care what kind of condition they may be in. When you get them, you know that they have the brain power and the engineering power to build a house. Is that right?
That's
So
right.
they didn't go get savages from Africa. In fact, we've never been a savage people.
That's right.
Never.
That's right.
We gave them the ability to season their food. They ate it raw and bloody.
That's right.
Don't you follow after that?
That's right.
You know when they go to the restaurant or that steak, rare. They don't say medium well, rare. That's warming up. That's all we eat. Warming up. You got to keep warming up, and they eat it with the blood dripping. See, there's a savage-like propensity in Caucasian people. Their nature is satanic. Now, some of us, let me say this. This is a disclaimer. Some of us are so in love with white folk that when we began to talk critically about white folk, your fists get tight. Your face began to frown up. You start squirming in your seat. You start to now tune out everything that the brother is saying because we like white folk.
That's right.
I don't have a problem with you liking them, but you should know the company that you keep.
Go ahead.
Because if, as the minister said, if you know God and don't know Satan, then you are still ignorant.
Go ahead.
So just as well as Satan is real, God is real as well. Huh? So the more you know about God, the more Satan has to be exposed. Before I read from the Holy Quran, I ask everybody here to keep my family in prayer. Some of us may know and some may not, but my brother was involved in a shooting yesterday. My next to the youngest brother, he was shot yesterday. And may Allah give him the strength to overcome that. But I ask you all to keep my family in prayer and keep my family lifted up. If you know my mother, call her, and give her your love. But we're strong and we're going to deal with it, the best way that we can by Allah's grace. But I ask you to, again, pray for my family.
Yes, sir.
But the Holy Quran says this in Surah 9, the immunity. And this is the only surah in the Holy Quran that does not start with, in the name of Allah. You go back and analyze it, fix your time. Listen to what it says. In the name of Allah, beneficent and merciful, Surah 9, Ayah 6 and 7. The hypocrites, men and women, are all alike. They enjoin evil and forbid good, and withhold their hands. They have forsaken Allah, so He has forsaken them. Surely the hypocrites are the transgressors. Allah promises the hypocrites, men and women, and the disbelievers, the fire of hell to abide therein. It is enough for them, and Allah curses them, and for them is a lasting chastisement. Now, I want to read that because we have to decide where we want to be.
That's right.
We have to distinguish the lane that we desire to be in. Y'all ain't here. I don't strive for you. I strive for me.
That's right.
I can't strive for you because the Holy Quran says no bear of burden can bear the burden of another.
That's
so
right.
my striving has to be for me. That may sound selfish, but if I don't spend my energy trying to better myself, how can I be of service for you?
That's right.
If I'm supposed to want for my brother and sister what I want for myself, I should be found striving to improve myself.
That's right.
Otherwise, then I'm looking at you and not myself, worried about your problems and not mine.
That's right.
So I have to take the time out of my life to better my life. So when I see you, all we can say is peace. When you see me, all you can say is what? Peace. Because you understand my struggle. Every month in the Nation of Islam, we are taught that we should take a 3-day fast. Right? The first Thursday of the month. That's a struggle. But if I'm fasting and you're not, when I see you, I know you're not fasting. Or you pull up drinking a coffee. No, you can drink coffee. You pull up eating. So I know you ain't going through the struggle like I'm going through. Now, do I look down on you? No. But I want you to understand, hey man, my brother's struggling. Give him an encouraging word. Keep on soldiering. Hopefully next one I can ride with you, man. But keep on soldiering and standing for me.
That's right.
That's fair, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, because I have to say certain things because I don't want us to never get the preconceived notion that we're all perfect.
Right.
Yes, sir.
That we're all the best. We're striving to be better.
That's right.
Right? We're striving to improve. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
And if we all understand that, I guarantee you we will move down the road. I want to thank Sister Claudine for her fine words this morning and helping us better understand ourselves. If we are to know self, that's not just words. Knowing self also alludes to knowing how to better self.
There you go.
If you don't know how to eat,
Steve.
then you don't know how to live.
That's right.
As a man thinketh, so is he.
That's right.
So if you eat the wrong food, I don't care how you think. You can think good, but your eating habit is bad. You ain't gonna live long. So you can't eat that pork, family.
That's right. That's right.
I better leave that pork alone, y'all look. You can't eat the pork. I know you like the chitlin,
Go ahead.
the hog maw,
That's right. Go ahead.
pig feet, pickle, sour meat, hog head cheese, bacon. You know, they put bacon on every burger.
That's
you
right.
name.
They sure do.
And they say that the bacon enhances it. Now, the bacon takes away from it. You shouldn't eat the pig because, number one, God forbade you to eat.
That's right.
That's right.
Now, I shouldn't have to go any further in there. If God said we shouldn't do a thing, that's enough, right?
That's right.
But the enemy is so screwed, he come back and say, well, God didn't actually mean that,
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
that you couldn't eat it.
Yeah.
God means everything. He never makes mistakes.
Come on, somebody.
That's
See,
right.
That's our future. Our future is safe.
That's right.
Our future is safe.
Right.
Our future is safe. Now, the average person in this thing will be sitting like this.
That's right.
I ain't knocking the brother, but he's a testament of what's being placed in his mind.
That's right.
Huh?
That's
You
right.
can't pull up on him with the flim flam flu. He recognizes you coming.
That's right.
And calls you out.
That's
Ain't
right.
that what God did when the sons of God came to present themselves to God? Satan was with them.
That's
But the
right.
sons of God couldn't recognize Satan. But God pointed him out.
Right.
You think about that. So our young brother, he gonna point you out when you in error.
That's right.
Don't you shoo him away as an adult, but hush your mouth. You talking about? No, he exposing your sorry wrong.
That's right.
Go ahead.
So we have to be mindful of what we do in front of our children. I always say that.
Teach, I teach.
But as I was saying, family, the more we understand what not to do, the better we are equipped to have life and life more abundantly. All right. So our subject today is, oh, don't let me forget Brother Josh. Brother Josh. In fact, Brother Josh, that's Sister Claudine's son. He's an engineer. We wish he would have went down on the stage, but he took his talents elsewhere. But he aspired and he's representing the nation of Islam. He could easily be on the college campus, taking posts. He drunk at the frat party, acting crazy. But when Brother Josh sends us a picture, Brother Josh is promoting his clothing line. Y'all ain't hear me.
Come on.
Yes, sir.
Y'all better start clapping in.
Come on.
That's award black ingenuity.
That's right.
That's
Yes,
right.
sir.
Right.
We always say our people don't do for self. Well, here's a young brother who's aspiring to do something for himself. Let's encourage him to continue to do that.
That's right.
And on the other road.
Come on.
Get him on. Ain't on the other road. See, so we should encourage him. He could easily be on death row.
That's right.
But he is not. He is a representation of what this teaching can do.
That's right.
I support him 1,000%.
That's right.
That's right.
You and I, let's buy a t-shirt, never sell it.
No.
Never sell it. And that's the principle that we stand on. We never sell it for what we are. We always try to evolve. I thank our captain for his strong words in encouraging the sisters and the brothers to understand the time that we are living in. And he started to go a little bit in what I was saying. Were you with me? But that lets us know that we are on the same accord.
Right.
The same thing. So let me get to the business. I know y'all tired of me already.
Go ahead.
No, sir.
The subject that it came to my mind, man, am I about that life?
All right.
That's the title. Now it may sound ebonic, in its delivery, but that's how we talk.
Yes, sir.
When we see a person that's trying to do something, you ain't about that life. Haven't we said that?
That's right.
Well, those of us who hip, we understand where I'm coming from. Now, the bourgeois among us may, not understand or feel that. But if you sit here long enough, you'll understand exactly what we're saying.
Gee.
Am I about that life?
Teach.
Go ahead.
Now, that statement or question comes as a result of, again, you or I stepping out on something that seems difficult. But we believe that we were built for it.
Okay.
That's right.
That we believe that we can deal with it. That we believe as the individual that we got this.
Yes, sir.
And normally when we tell a person that whatever you're going to do and they say you ain't about that life, they don't sometimes use it as a negative. They really use it as an encouragement
Right.
to make you stand on what you say.
That's right. Come on.
Because in the Nation of Islam, we believe that your word is what?
Bond.
And your bond is what?
Right.
And before your word shall fail, you should give what?
Right.
Now, that's not just a cliche. That's not just a saying. That has to be instilled and built in you as an individual.
Yes,
so we constantly go over making our word bond. How do we do that? We have responsibilities. First, we have FOI class.
That's right.
Anybody know what that is?
Yes, sir.
That's the fruit of Islam. That's the military training of the men who belong to Islam in North America. That's a class that is a mandatory class for those of us who say we're men in the Nation of Islam. Well, that's a responsibility that starts the process of, am I about that life?
That's right. Right.
Because I can't say I'm an FOI, but refuse to come to the class that make me into that.
Come on now.
FOI is just a starting point of a title.
Right.
You hear me?
That's right.
Come on.
We have also a class on Wednesday that's a spiritual class, but it also can be a lecture class. But what the class does is it allows those of us who are in the Nation of Islam to exercise what God has given us, whether it be speaking, whether it be sitting around in the round table discussing issues, but it allows us to see the evidence of our study.
Come on now.
That class is designed to crack Adams, if you will.
That's right.
It's designed for us to test wits, as you will. Now you may say, man, what they got to do with it? If you go back and look at the circle of God, we believe that there's 12 major, or there was 12 major and 12 minor, right?
That's right.
And they sit and they discussed on the condition of the people. And when it was time for the people to move to another level, after they went down and see where the thinking all alike, they would raise someone up among them to do what is necessary.
Right.
But if they sit down at the table and discuss issues, see, we are a small example of that. When we sit out around the table, you can't sit around the table and don't have nothing to offer.
That's right.
The point. If you don't have nothing to say, you do yourself a disservice. So the round table is designed to bring whatever in you, what? Out. Okay. We good so far?
Yes, sir.
Then we have, all I'm trying to show you is, I got to find out, are we really about that life? Then we have a Friday class. Friday, you know what black folk doing. Come on now.
That's right.
It's like Friday's program that you ain't got nothing going on, but in something on Friday, just a spirit come over you.
Yes, sir.
You broke, you ain't got nothing going on, but on Friday, man, it's Friday, man.
I know.
Like something that's supposed to miraculously happen because it's a Friday. We work for Friday. Come on now. And that Friday, you get a new spirit, you want to do something, you just ride, nowhere to go, you just looking for something to get into.
That's right.
Called what? It's Friday.
Right.
Well, we ask you to change that and come again among the brothers and sisters at the round table.
That's right.
We're trying to break each other out of Negroism.
Right.
Teach now.
As well as put you in a safety zone.
That's right.
Because most times on Friday, you know what's going on.
Oh, yeah.
Because we getting in the spirit. Now it's a misunderstanding. Now the police having dragged somebody off. So on Friday, we come in this room and we sit around again. Where? At the round table.
Yes, sir.
Then Saturday, you have a mandatory class for the sisters in the Nation of Islam. This class is designed to teach her how to better serve Allah, herself, and her mate.
That's right.
It teaches her how to coexist in a wicked society being a righteous person.
That's right. Go ahead.
Come on now.
Then we come on Sunday. I can't get too much into sister class. They know what they do.
That's right.
I don't know nothing about what's going on. But they know what they do. They do their thing. Then on Sunday, we bring all of that together and hopefully we can get a spiritual rejuvenation. Spiritual gasoline for the next week. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
So everything that we do, family, is to break us from the old slave-making way.
Right.
Everything we do is not in accord with our old self. So we're trying to bring the brother and the sister away from that.
Right.
Now, let me move on in. Time flies. In wartime, if you have a particular country that you reside in, you are a part of, you have a sense of solidarity and nationalism to that nation. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
And you are willing, if you believe in that nation, to defend and protect and fight for it. Is that right?
Yes, sir. Right.
And in doing that, you began to either enlist in the armed services or you're drafted in the service. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
But you want to show, if you have an open enemy that's about to attack your country, then you want to show your patriotism.
Teach, man.
You want to show that I'm with my country, so I joined the military.
Teach.
Don't we? Now, you know, black folk don't join the military for
No,
fight
sir.
for the country.
That's right.
We join the military for a car, a home, and travel.
That's it.
That's right.
Don't we?
Yes, sir.
Don't we?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
You don't join the military because you're a patriot, or you want to defend America. You join because your granddad was in the military. He tell you, oh, you get some benefit. You don't get that down here. You better go join the military.
That's
So
right.
you got Montgomery. He don't get killed. You ain't talking. You don't get killed right here, boy. You better go join the military. And everybody, your grandmama come here, yeah, baby, you know, your granddad in the military. That's how we got this nice house. When you start there, what you got, what you don't have, I'm going to the army. I'm going to Uncle Sam.
Teach. Teach.
Then when you get to Uncle Sam, you get to Uncle Sam in the wrong time, the military time, you going to war. I ain't signed up for this. Man, them folks ain't did nothing to me. You probably leave, and Uncle Sam court-martial you, lock you up, so you should stay in America if you're going to go to jail anyway.
That's right.
But one of the things that takes place when the country that we reside in understand that they have a threat, the first thing that they began to do is promote propaganda.
That's right.
Y'all with me?
Yes, sir.
To conjure up in the people the spirit of war.
That's right. That's right.
The first thing that they done was began to tell you who your enemy is,
That's right.
what your enemy has done, and why you should be on board with defending your country. If you go back and look at Mao Zedong had to take China back from what? The bourgeoisie class.
Right, sir.
They had ill affected the entire population, where the people had no desire to do nothing but live, looting, and lavish. He understood that China was what? Going down. And from that, he rose up, because there was always a dissenting party among the people who wanted to be like it used to be, who wanted to make China great again.
That's right.
Y'all better hear me.
Yes, sir. Come on.
And as he began to propagate, he made sure that every ounce of your understanding was geared towards the upliftment of China. Y'all with me? If you was a singer, you sung about the upliftment of China. If you had a movie you were going, I like Denzel Washington, but if he didn't play a movie that recognized China as being great, you couldn't be on the screen, Brother Denzel. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, that's right.
If the children wanted to rap, you had to rap about China coming back up. And he made sure that the culture was, I'm going somewhere, so don't veer off. Fidel Castro. These are people that America didn't like now. Keep them names. Fidel Castro in Cuba,
That's right.
which was controlled by America and gangsters
That's right.
before he came to power. Where America lived lavish off the proceeds of illegal gambling
That's
and
right.
illegal activities with regards to alcohol.
That's right.
Prostitution, among other things. And you had people like Lucky Luciano,
That's right.
Miles Lansky, and those type of criminals, making heaps and heaps of money because they had a government that had been bought by the Americans, the American government. And these are people who were organized in crime. They did what they did. And Fidel Castro, he recognized that we need to change this.
That's
And he
right.
did what? He stood up. And he fought and fought and fought until they became independent. Yeah. In our lessons, we'll talk about a man by the name of Yaqub. And Yaqub recognized that there was a certain level of dissatisfaction among the people.
Go ahead. Come on.
These were black people he recognized the dissatisfaction among.
Go ahead.
These weren't white folk.
Come on, come on.
White folk had not even come on the planet.
That's right.
That's right.
Go
So
ahead.
the dissatisfaction was among the original righteous people.
Right.
Go with it.
They had dissatisfaction. And Yakub understood that. Yakub knew that there was time for a change. He knew that a certain thing had to be expedited, that God may come out of hiding and make the man into who he was created to be, and that is a righteous God. But he had to bring out that weak sound man and fully expose it. So he learned when he was a little boy that he had a mission.
That's right.
Y'all with me?
Yes, sir.
And see, sometimes we don't know who we are until we are bumped face to face with a circumstance.
Right.
Then what's in us, it comes out, and it's like it's nothing.
That's
This is
right.
what I was supposed to do all the time.
Right.
But Yakub was playing with two pieces of steel. One had magnetic and the other didn't. And he recognized they're opposite, but they connected. And from that, he said, man, there's something else God wants me to do. When his uncle said something to him. And we have to be very careful how we talk to those who are aspiring. Because we can put a needle in their brain and kill their desire.
Go ahead.
Well, when Yakub found out that there was dissatisfaction, he began to propagate. And the message to the black man in this book, if you don't have it, shame on you.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Every black person in this room should have the message to the black
That's
man.
right.
Let me advertise this book. You should have this book because this is your Bible.
That's right.
Did I say anything wrong?
No, sir.
You would get more life out of this book reading it on face value than if you read the Bible 1,000 times.
That's right.
Because you and I don't have the proper interpretation of the Bible. So when we read it, we're reading it as a fantasy, as a story from the past. We're reading it as some type of mystery.
Right.
This book is plain.
That's right.
But in this book, the message said that Yakub, you know how the brother said a found call newspaper? He said that Yakub was on the corner propagating his faith.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Teaching, finding the agitation. And he told me this was his thing. I know the people treat me wrong. If you want to get back at them, follow me.
That's right.
Follow me. Yakub had built a following so strong that those who were in authority had to listen to Yakub and say, well, look, this is what we can do. You take your people on and do what you want to do. We'll pay you and let you go. That gave birth to something. I'm going somewhere, so sometimes you have to lay a little groundwork.
That's right. That's right.
And once you lay the groundwork, then you can begin to build the house. You got to start with a foundation. Now, some of you sitting all man, what are you talking about?
Listen.
Heck is there, Yakub. You know, that's more reason to get the book.
Right. That's right.
You know, when you watch the movie, they don't tell you every detail. You should see when they began to make the movie. There's a lot of stuff they cut out.
That's right.
When you read the book based upon the movie, based upon the book, there's a lot you get out of the book that you don't see in the movie.
That's right.
So go and read the book.
Right.
That's right.
When you go and read the book, guess what? You're going to say, man, okay, now I see.
That's right.
I see the part that he was talking about now.
That's
So go read the book. It's very cheap, only $10. You spend it on a Big Mac fried shake.
That's right.
All more.
Good teaching.
They
Good
have
teaching.
a $5 value meal. You take you two $5 value meals.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
This is more valuable to you
right.
than the value meal. This is a more valuable portion to eat. Now, Sun Tzu said this. He said, if you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the results of 100 battles. Y'all with me?
Yes, sir.
Now, we say that we know the natural enemy, and we know the nature of the enemy, internally as well as externally. We say that the external enemy physically is white folk. We all on accord with that.
Yes, sir.
Okay. But the Bible says this in 2 Corinthians, that Satan will transform himself into an angel of light.
That's right.
Now I said earlier, when the sons of God came to present themselves to God, they did not have the perception to realize who was actually walking with them.
That's right.
And you know when you travel with people and you travel for a distance, you begin to share things.
That's right.
Because you began to find this as an acquaintance.
That's
So
right.
as we go down the road, we ain't just looking at each other. We begin, well, I'm from such and such part of town. Man, I grew up on such and such. Y'all went to school, such. You began to share personal things because now you're seeing this as a companion.
That's right.
I'm not going to go to the house and if I bring you, I'm bringing you because I know you.
That's right. Right.
You're not coming to my house if I don't know you.
That's right.
Right? So when the sons of God went to God, they were bringing their partner home.
That's right. Come on.
Let me say this too now. Y'all know my vocabulary ain't the best.
Come on. Come on, bro. Come on,
So I may say some country words.
Make it plain.
But I have to talk like I talk. I'm not going to try to be, and I'm working on that because I would like to deliver the eloquent speech. You know, when you have the words right, the subject-verb agreement. I would like to do that, but sometimes mine just ain't gonna do that, y'all.
Right.
But I'm going to try to make sure what I'm saying is understood so that we can all agree. So I'm bringing my partner to the house. And my partner wasn't recognized by me, but a wise person saw the partner. Y'all understand that? Y'all probably been in that situation where your grandmother, your grandfather, don't bring that boy to my house no more.
That's right.
You've been getting drunk with him all day, been rolling with him all day, been hanging out with him all day. Y'all can get everything together. And to you, this my partner, we good, he's solid.
That's right.
He's real.
And when you bring him home, your grandmother see how he walk. She watching how shifty his eyes are. She offered him something to eat and he stuck up. But deep down, you guys, man, why didn't you give me an eat? See, she knows everything that you don't know about him just from her observation.
That's right.
And when you come home, she tell you, look, boy, don't bring that such and such, such. She's calling some choice words. Don't bring that boy to my house no more.
That's right. Right.
Now you feel offended because you made a decision that this was a trustworthy what? Friend.
Right.
And now your feelings are wrapped up in your decision because you don't know what you talking about, grandma. 5 weeks later, he done told he in the courtroom like this. That's him.
Yeah.
There you go. 5 weeks later. And then what you say? Man, I should have listened to my grandma. My grandma told me this joke was no good. Now you mad.
Good teaching, man.
So Satan transforms himself into an angel of light. White folk knew in slavery that they were not going to be able to beat and rob and kill you forever.
That's right.
You think about this. 3 white folks on the plantation. The husband, the wife, and the son. And he has 50 slaves.
Right.
Well, if I'm just looking at calculation, that's an uneven fight.
That's right.
50 slaves, 3 people.
Come on now.
But he understood at the point I have them psychologically damaged.
That's right.
So they're not going to attack me. I can go out and kick them, beat them, everything. But he also thought that you can kick a person for so long.
That's
That
right.
eventually, somebody among them will say, man, I ain't taking this no more.
That's
And
right.
all of them have that desire to fight back. They just waiting on the right time.
That's right.
Do you remember in the scripture when Judas and the disciples, Jesus was getting his feet, he was getting a foot, what they call it? Pedicure? He was getting, what? He was getting a pedicure.
That's right.
This is no, I'm looking at some of you faces like Jesus didn't get his feet did. Go read the book.
Oh, yeah.
He getting a pedicure and the sister didn't have all the tools that she used to have.
That's
And
right.
had some precious ointment for him.
That's right.
He may have had a bunion or two. But she helped him out.
That's right.
The disciples hate. Man, I ain't get my feet clean.
Yeah.
That's you supposed to be.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, let's look deep into it.
That's
I
right.
want to see what I'm saying.
Make it plain.
Come on.
Why
Come
do
on.
we waste this money like this?
Yeah, that's good
We
all.
could easily use this to give to the poor.
That's
See,
right.
you try to come on a noble principle. But deep down, you got some wickedness. What did Judas do later on down the line? Sell him out, didn't he?
That's right.
That was the one that talked, didn't he?
Right.
Read deeper into it and you'll find out that all of the disciples felt the same way Judas did.
That's right.
Because it said that all of them was in agreement.
That's right.
Come to me.
That's
Judas just had enough courage to speak on it.
That's right. Good.
But everybody was in cahoot with Judas.
That's right.
Got my feet did. She could at least did 2 for 3.
Yeah.
Huh? But Judas said something about it. Jesus understood. He began to say, okay, I see when I got around.
That's right, boy.
They went about that life, although they betrayed him. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
So in our lesson, we'll talk that when we ran the devil from among us, we kept some of them back.
That's right.
And in keeping some of them back, we began to, what they call that word when you associate with somebody? Assimilate. Was that a good word?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And when you assimilate, that means you take on some of the characteristics of that thing, right?
That's right.
Oh, okay. See, we began to assimilate. You know how you are now, today, in America. When you assimilate with the enemy, we began to take on some of the characteristics. Okay, I don't have to go into it. You know what you do. I ain't pointing no finger at nobody. You know what you do, right?
Oh, yeah.
The Honorable Louis Farrakhan a few years ago gave a lecture series called The Time and What Must Be Done.
That's right.
Is that right?
That's right.
He said that if we don't know the time in which we're living in, then we're doomed by what we don't know.
That's right.
Right.
When you understand the time that you're in or the situation that you're in, your mindset changes.
That's right.
I don't know if anybody here know how to swim and don't, or who knows how to swim. But if you don't know how to swim and you fall into the creek, the pool, or the river, your whole mindset changed about a lot of stuff.
That's right.
Come on now.
Right.
Before you fell in, you probably was whistling, laughing, and dancing. But when you fell into the water, your whole frame of reference changed.
That's right.
You began to what? Think about, I need to save myself. So you splash some water, you hollering, you don't know what to do. Anybody that come and save you, think they're trying to drown you, you start fighting them. So the person that understands how to save you from that condition, they have to sneak up on you.
That's right.
They come from the back and lift you up.
That's right.
Come on now. You had no ability to save yourself. You began to panic.
That's right.
See, when we understand the situation that we're in, our mindset changed. Yes, you talked tough when we were in school. You beat your chest. You was a bully until somebody showed you you wasn't.
Come on.
Right.
That's right.
And when he beat you up, you came to school the next day, your whole mindset had changed. You speaking to everybody. You y'all want some? You come on now.
That's right.
See, your whole mindset changed. When you understand the time that you live in, your whole mindset will change. We are in war.
Yes, sir.
And if we don't have the mindset of being in war, we will frolic around and get wiped out continually.
That's right.
When white folk take you to his army, he puts you in the mindset of war. He don't throw you straight into war. He takes you to what is called basic training.
That's right.
In the book of Ephesians, it says we should put on the full armor. God telling you you're about to go into war.
Right.
White folks prepare you for the war, so they take your mind from a civilian standpoint.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
See, a civilian understands that when he gets in an airplane, ain't no way I'm jumping out of this. How many thousand feet? 40,000 feet? In a plane? You want me to jump out? I ain't jumping off this hill. You say jump out of a plane. Do you realize what type of psyche and tricks you have to use to make a man think like this?
Conditioning.
And you depend on, you think the parachute is God.
Come on.
Because that's what you depending on when you jump out. You have more faith in the parachute than you have in God. The white man said, jump! You ain't jumping. He kicked you on that.
That's
Now
right.
you got the pool. But they don't jump with the idea that we're going to have 95% success. They jump with the idea we need 100% success.
Right.
Is that right?
Right.
I'm showing you how he brings us from a mental standpoint from civilian into warrior, soldier. And he beat that in you that you do it like second nature.
That's right.
That's right.
Some of you brothers have been in the military. No, I'm not lying. Everywhere you go in the military, you're talking about soldier stuff, right? You may talk about the game. You may talk about your girlfriend. But when you're out in the field, you ain't thinking about who won the basketball game when bullets flying.
That's true.
You're thinking about trying to make it back home.
That's right.
That's right. He understands that as a man thinketh,
So is he.
so is he. I want to make you into a soldier, so you began to take up soldier bearing. Make your bed up a certain way you come home, and make your bed up the same way.
That's right.
See, when you come out of the military, you have to be debriefed.
That's right.
Going back into the regular society. Now, if you hear something, you ain't got to duck.
That's right.
When you ride and you see a person that's from foreign descent, you don't have to panic and come out and shoot him. See, he has to tell you these things because he know, white folk know when I make you, I made you.
Oh, yeah. Come on.
They know they made us niggas. They know I made you this. That's why he has no fear. When he sees you and I acting other than who we are,
That's right.
I
right.
Come on now, we going somewhere.
That's right.
We going somewhere with this because in the book of Genesis it says, "Let us do what?
Amen.
Let us do what?
Amen.
So God didn't say I'm gonna do it by myself.
Let us.
He called for a look here.
That's right.
Let us.
More than
Huh?
teach.
You know what he come to? Let us make man. We're not just gonna make him. We're gonna make him in our image, after our likeness. Well, we're not going to stop there. We're going to breathe into him our inspiration. After he receives the inspiration, he's going to become a living soul. What makes him living? He's going to be productive.
That's right. That's
I
right.
got
That's
it.
teaching.
So the evidence of living is what? If you're not producing, are you alive?
No, sir.
You may be existing, but you're not alive. Remember last week we talked about abundant life?
That's right.
Reproduction is life. Okay. Go mess with a beehive, an ant bed, and they're going to show you what living is. So when the scripture says, thank you, brother. The scripture says, put on the whole arm of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
That's right.
The wiles, the wicked,
W-I-L-E-S.
the wicked, the deception, the tricks. See, I know we were looking for Satan with a horn and a pitchfork. That's game. That's game. And I, you know, some of us consider ourselves as being some of the best players on the planet. We consider ourselves as being game tight. We consider ourselves as knowing this and knowing that. And we still teach our children that an angel got a wing and she flying.
Right. Devil in the sky.
We teach our children that the devil under the ground.
Sure.
And when you go down there, you get burned if you don't do right. So tell me you slick player, but you falling for that?
Go ahead, brother.
Come on now.
That's
I
right.
mean, we can't be that slow in 2019.
Yes, sir. Come on, brother. Teach on that.
If we're still falling for that, then what did the brother say in the movie? You still falling with a banana in the tailpipe, man.
Right.
But the evidence that we're still falling for is that we have not put a stop to it.
That's right.
Because they're still teaching our children the same foolishness
Right.
this day and time.
That's
right.
We're afraid to stand up against it.
right.
So we're still going for it.
Right.
So the book says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities. So when we say that we're trying to bring white folk word down, the first thing you say is, well, I'm ready for the revolution. I'm ready to kill me some white folk. You know how you talk foolishly. But you don't have enough ammunition to shoot 3 deers.
And what happens when you run out?
Go ahead.
Who you buy your ammunition from?
Right. Walmart.
Who you bought the gun from? I'm going out the street.
Right.
Well, who did they get it from?
That's right.
Show me your gun manufacturing plant.
Right.
In fact, keep the gun. They don't even have to let you see them. And they just match buttons. Strategic. Blow your whole community up. Don't you see everywhere you go, there's a camera on every corner?
That's right.
There's cameras on every light.
Big brother.
They don't argue with you. It used to be a time you went to a store and stole something and tried to run out. Some people chase behind you. They don't even do that no more. They let you go. Hey, zoom you in. That's Bill. His mama come through here like, oh. Yeah, I know exactly what it is. That's you telling that. I know exactly what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry about it. And you think you can get away. Hey, you chase me.
Camera shake.
I'm straight. And you flogging and all this and that thing.
Come to detect that. Right.
I ain't doing that. Come on, Bill. I ain't got nothing on me.
So you did.
Is this you? Is that you? Oh, what kind of deal can I work out? Yeah.
Right.
So we're not wrestling at this point against flesh and blood.
That's right.
We have to look at the principalities that have been set down to destroy us.
That's right.
What are principalities? What are these powers? What are these rulers of the darkness of this world?
Systems.
Come on, man. Because if we look at the laws of the land, then the laws gives us an understanding of what we need to start fighting. The 13th Amendment,
Come on now.
we believe, abolished slavery.
That's right. Come on now.
Don't they teach you that in school?
That's right.
Y'all better not teach, man.
Teach, man. Go ahead, teach. Go ahead, teach.
But there was a clause inside of the 13th Amendment that I don't understand why our politicians have never fought to get taken out.
Teach.
Neither slavery nor involuntary servitude shall exist except.
Except.
Now, saying this is the condition that you can use slavery.
Right.
Huh? Now, what they say, if you are convicted of a crime, legally you are a slave. That's the law of the land.
That's our 13th Amendment.
Let me finish reading it. It says, except you have been duly convicted. That means that you went through due process. And after the due process, either you plead to it or you're convicted. At that point, you are no longer a quote-unquote citizen. Now I ask myself, why haven't all these strong politicians fought to change that in the Constitution?
Right. You want to change marriage? Change that.
Yeah. We've not fought to change that, and how many of us and our people have been coerced to plead for a case?
Right. Most of them.
They don't have nothing on you, for real, but they go and now play the game with mama. Play the game with grandma. And they don't tell you what they tell your grandmother and your mother. They tell your grandmother and mother, look, you finna get from now on.
Yeah. You seeing him in heaven.
Now, you can talk to him. He probably listen to y'all.
Yeah.
Because he ain't listening to us, man. And then what do our people start thinking? He had to do something. White folk went hang down there. Huh? Y'all know we think like that. When the police got you, you in the jail, you did something.
Yes, sir.
It started all the way in school.
Right, sir. That's right.
Teacher lie on you. And you tell your mama, man, teacher lying, mama, I ain't say that. Why you know that teacher ain't gonna lie on you? And it goes to the legal system. Now you're telling the family the same thing. Baby, you need to plead guilty to this. They start from life to a year. Plead guilty, and we'll just give you a year. You just lost me a life sentence.
Yeah, right.
If I didn't plead, how can it jump from a life sentence all the way to a year if you got something that strong on me?
Yeah, right.
Baby, take that year. Then they start telling you what happened. Baby, you'll be home before you know it.
Yeah.
That's right.
You need a little time to rest anyway. Huh?
Yeah, right.
Y'all know I ain't lying.
Go ahead.
So you go ahead and take the plea deal, not knowing I have sold my soul to be a slave.
Right.
All right. So these are principalities. Shakir Muhammad, as well as the minister, teaches us that in the time that we live in now, this is the end of Satan's rule.
That's right.
Well, if this is the end of Satan's rule, those of us who believe it, where's our mindset? Come on now.
Listen.
If God's man is saying this is the end, that means a war is taking place.
Right.
Where is our mindset? Do you think that the white man is going to say, well, look, y'all can have this back, I'm good.
Right. Yeah, we're going to just
Y'all can have it. I mean, we done worked and we done built this country for ourselves. Y'all can have it. It's our time to leave. Y'all can have it. No. He's never going to do that.
Right.
As Mother Farrakhan said, he has us looking at prophecy wrong.
Right.
We're looking at something that happened 2,000, 6,000, 4,000 years ago,
Right.
but we should be looking at things occurring now.
Right.
We're looking at Jesus years back when you should be looking at Jesus walking in your midst today.
That's
What
right.
better representation can we have of Jesus than the Honorable Louis Farrakhan? What man do you see the government against in America but Louis Farrakhan?
That's right. Go ahead.
Come on now. Who is Minister Farrakhan's biggest opponent? The Jew. Who was Jesus of old biggest opponent? The Jew.
That's right.
Right.
Come on.
What did they charge the minister with? Blasphemy.
Right.
I ain't saying no anti-Semitic. They charged him because he told them who the Semitic people were. So they stopped saying that he anti-Jew now.
Right. Anti-white. Good job.
We teach that God's a man. Did they say that was blasphemous teaching
Right.
in the scripture?
No,
He said that he and God, that God is his father.
Go ahead.
That's the charge.
Go ahead.
Go back and read your book. That is the charge that they charged with Jesus, that's saying God was and is a man. And in charging him with that, they sentenced him to death.
Right.
And since 1983 or 84, they have been trying to sentence the minister to death.
Right. That's right.
Now, if we are in a war frame of mind, then we need to get ourselves together.
Come on, man.
In the Holy Quran, Satan says, let me read it for you. Listen.
Right.
Surah 7:11. And we indeed created you, then we fashioned you, then we said to the angels, make submission to Adam. So they submitted except Iblis. He was not of those who submitted. Stop right there. This is conversation between God and the angels. Y'all with me?
Yes, sir.
God raised a man up to be his representative. The man that he raises up to be his representative is Adam. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
When he raises Adam up, he tells those who are under his authority to submit or bow down to the man that I raised up, Adam. Y'all with me?
Yes, sir.
The angels have no problem with that. But there was one among them that said, no, I ain't bowing down. I ain't bowing down. Now you should ask yourself, what then was the mindset of those other angels who were there listening to that conversation? If they see one of their own buck,
They gonna
come on now. They see one of their own stand up against the supreme authority. See what Iblis was doing at that point, he was bucking against an institution. Y'all better hear me.
Come on now.
And no person is bigger than the institution. I may not agree with everything that the captain may say. And he may not agree with everything I say, but we don't buck the institution.
Right.
That's right.
Come on now. That's why we have to know the law.
That's
That's
right.
why we have to know the protocol.
Come on, come on.
That's why we have to understand the general order. So even in our disagreements, the disagreements do not supersede the thought.
Right.
Come on now.
Yes.
Right.
Police kill you, they have a code of conduct, don't they?
That's right.
That's right.
Silence.
They kill you, and they see. They hitting each other in the room. Kill that. They bumping. Damn, why you? But when they go among the people, he was justified in doing what he had to do.
That's right.
Justified homicide.
He did the safety
That's what they
vow.
say.
And nobody break rank.
Nobody.
That's
When you
right.
have a vigilante who break rank, you end up finding him dead.
That's right. Car accident.
Somehow his brake went out. Somehow. You find him stinking. Because they have a code that they stand under.
That's right.
We got a code.
Right.
Oh, look, don't get quiet on me.
Come on, yeah. Right.
See, we ain't Negroes no more.
Yes, sir.
I hope we're not.
Not this right.
In the nation of Islam, we'll just speak truth regardless of the circumstance.
That's right.
In the nation of Islam, I'm supposed to have my brother and sister back.
That's
right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
See, it don't ask us if I like them. It's kind of like in the script when you say, oh, your mother and father. It's not asking you, okay, cause your brother rubbed you the wrong way, you shouldn't have
Go
it.
ahead, brother.
Cause
Go
your
ahead.
sister rubbed you the wrong way, you don't supposed to. See, that's niggerism.
That's right. Go ahead.
There's a principle that connects us far greater than our petty difference.
Go ahead. Right.
There's a principle that's far greater than our petty misunderstanding.
Come on with it.
Misunderstanding, we don't deal with each other to talk about the misunderstanding. So we take the misunderstanding as a disrespect. And when you disrespect black folk, if you black, we don't deal with you. White folk can disrespect us all day. And we suck that up and say we should pray and forgive them.
That's right.
That's right. That's it.
That's a psychological damage.
That's right.
I was talking to my brother, man, and he was telling me how the white folks doing him on the job. And he said, I'm through.
Sure.
He told me, I ain't going back, don't call me. It's over with. And as he was telling me that, I forget the name. What's the name of the company, brother? Marjan. And they deal with sheetrock. We put them on blast. They deal with sheetrock. And they asking the brothers to tote the sheetrock like you a truck.
Machine.
Yeah, John Henry. They want to resurrect John Henry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
They making John Henry back alive. Y'all know the story of John Henry. He said he could outbeat the machine.
Yeah.
He died with the hammer in his hand.
That's right.
And that's how he wants you to die with the hammer in your hand. You told sheetrock for 5 years. Now, after your job over, this is how you walk from now on.
Right.
Right.
He give you a little benefit that you can go every month and get, but your back ain't straightened up yet.
Right. That's right.
Brother told me I got on a back brace, an ankle brace, and a knee brace. But I'm showing you, white folk don't care what they put you through. All they care is production, end result. So they'll drive you. I can imagine, I'm glad the brother said that trigger something. I can imagine, even though it's considered fairy tale, but we have black folk that think like that today. That they can outwork the machine. They get offended if you bring some modern technology. What you doing? I got this.
That's right.
Man, come on, man. You have to ask yourself, how have we been destroyed?
That lawnmower gonna cut my grass.
How have we been destroyed? didst not submit when I commanded you.
Right. Listen.
Y'all hear me? Not me, God. I commanded you, Satan, along Iblis, along with everybody else, to bow down to Adam. Adam is my representative. Bow down to him. See, that Iblis factor also resides in our house. Because the Honorable Louis Farrakhan is the authority.
Right.
Hello?
That's right.
He is the one that gives the directive.
Right.
Not me, not the captain, not the sister captain, not the lieutenants, not the secretary. We all work in a chain. You hear me?
That's right.
And if the minister say from top, this is what I desire, then that's what we have to do. The minister said he desires to take Montgomery. Now, does he have to come here himself and take Montgomery? No, he's sending that down the chain. Y'all hear me? And once he sends it down the chain, our desire is to do what? Take the city. Our desire is his desire.
That's right. Come on.
Yes, sir.
Right.
No, I don't sound like this, right? I need to hear everybody here in agreement. Now let me say that again. Our desire is his desire.
That's right.
All right. Because if y'all saw the Godfather,
Yes, sir.
when the Godfather desires something, he don't go out there and tell you, this is what I want. He tell it go down the chain. This is what I need done. You end up missing. Simple as that. So the miller said that he wanted Montgomery. It's our job to do it. What caused us not to submit?
Go ahead now.
Huh? What causes us not to submit? Oh, I don't like the brother who asked us to do it. Is that a legitimate excuse?
No, sir. Come on.
Did the brother who asked you to do it, is he in agreement or is he passing on to you what the authority said? If he tells you that the minister says do this, do that, and you have already had it validated, this is what the minister said, why should I be mad at the person who sinned?
That's right.
Fall in, do what you're supposed to do. Right?
That's right.
That's right.
Most of us work on jobs or work for ourselves. Right?
That's right.
If you tell in your business, you say, look, from this point on, you cannot wear tennis shoes in the business.
Go ahead.
You may grumble about it. You may talk, well, why we can't do that? You may say that all you want among the people that work with you.
Yeah.
Monday morning, when the directives come across the memo come across, and they say that you can't wear them tennis shoes, pull up in the tennis shoes, what they going to tell you?
Go home.
Without pay, and you're going to be written up.
That's right.
Man, you can't argue, man. I feel that's unfair. Get your picket sign. It's unfair. We can't wear tennis shoes. Nah, you don't run the company, right?
That's right.
Okay.
Go ahead now.
Same thing.
This brother here got a business. He say, look, man, you come presentable. Take you a shower before you come to work.
Go ahead.
Look clean.
Yes,
Then I pull up with the bozo fro. I have a shave. One side of my hair is long, the other side in the middle is flat.
That's right. Good
Go ahead
teaching,
now.
man. Good teaching.
I smell like I just left the basketball court. And I'm cutting your hair. Sweating, dropping all on you.
Can't do that.
Good teaching, bro.
And the brother pulled me to the side. Hey, brother, what you doing? Cutting hair. What you mean what I'm doing? I'm doing my job.
That's right.
Next thing you do, you see me leave the building, right?
That's right.
All I'm saying is, once the manna is given, we have to move out.
That's right. You're right.
That's all I'm saying.
That's right. Come on.
So God asked Satan what him to do. Satan began to make a comparison of what hindered him. He said, I'm better.
That's right.
That's why I ain't bowing down. And see, sometimes we think that I'm better. That's why I ain't submitting to what has been given. I'm better. We may not say it in our word, but watch our actions. Our actions show that we feel that we're better.
That's right. That's right.
You get quiet.
Come on now.
That's right. That's right.
I'm better. Why am I better? Because I said I was better. Not because my work supersede. Not because I'm better in submitting to the truth. Not because I'm cleaning my life. But I'm better because I said I'm better.
Right.
Come on.
That's enough.
Ain't enough.
No, it's not. I follow the guidance of the Honorable Louis Farrakhan.
That's right.
That's right.
Is there anybody in the room that believes like me?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Follow
sir.
the guidance. Okay. If you're on the verge, you can do this. If you thought about it 1 or 2 times, you can still do that. I follow Milton Farrakhan's
Right.
guidance.
That's right.
If the Milton say this is what we trying to do, or this is what we need to be done, he may not even tell you directly to do it like that. He may give you a suggestion. Well, I sure like to have such and such. That's enough.
That's all you need to know.
A suggestion is his
Right.
desire.
That's right. right.
The minister, I hate to use this, but the minister's the Godfather, right?
That's right.
That's right.
Go
You know
ahead,
what I'm saying?
brother.
Look, this is our desire. We need to do it.
Right.
Some of us are so arrogant. I ain't doing it. Get out. I ain't doing it. Leave.
Go back to the-
Because you got to follow what the minister say.
That's right.
Or leave. Don't nobody care if you leave.
That's right. It's gonna still be here.
Somebody will
That's
come
right.
and take your seat.
It's still gonna be here.
That's
We've
right.
been here since 1930. We saw people coming in at the voting zone.
That's right.
We saw brothers and sisters stand. We saw them fall.
That's
We saw
right.
the greatest rise to the pinnacle of
That's
success
right.
in teaching. And we saw them fall like a boat.
That's right.
Go ahead.
So we can't get caught up in the personality.
That's right.
We can't get caught because I like the way Minister John speaks.
Right.
Minister John's a powerful teacher. We can't argue that, right?
Right. That's right.
Minister John is the reason for a lot of us being here.
That's right.
Let's give him a round of applause. Minister John worked the city. So I have to ask the question like Allah asked, what hindered us from submitting?
Right.
Minister C.
That's right.
Right.
Minister Farrakhan wants Montgomery.
That's right.
That's right.
Talk to me.
That's right.
If the minister wants it, what is our responsibility?
Give it to him. Give it to him.
That sounds strong over on the men's side. That sounds good.
That's right.
Got to come to the love sisters. What's our responsibility?
Deliver it.
Praise be to Allah.
This ain't no code either. Make that clear.
This is culture.
That's right. There's no code.
This is culture. This is how we live.
Right.
This is how we live. This is how we get out. So the test to find out if we are really about that life is determined by how submissive we are to what the minister asks us.
That's right.
I can't say I'm a Muslim, but yet I don't submit. And the very definition of Muslim is one who submits his will to do the will of Allah. Well, what is Allah's will? Minister Louis Farrakhan represents Allah's active will
That's
in our
right.
lives.
That's right.
So what the minister asks for, that's what God is asking for.
That's right. That's right.
Talk to me.
Yes, sir.
That's
That's what
right.
the Quran say, brother.
All right.
What he asks for, that's God telling you to get up off your butt and do it.
That's right.
It don't mean that you ain't gonna have difficulties.
That's right.
Let's get out.
Teach. Throw it.
During a time of war, intelligence or intel is very critical.
That's
Now,
right.
One of the strongest components that a general has in war is spies. Because a spy is able to play both sides of the coin.
That's right.
Real snake.
The spy is able to get in on the enemy side
White man got
and make sure that he knows what's going on, take the intelligence back and bring it back.
Right.
And nobody knows he's a spy.
Right.
Espionage.
Espionage. That's right.
When they see you again,
Science.
they let you run away. And you never know.
Warfare.
There's probably some spies among us
Yeah, a whole bunch of them.
That's right.
A bunch of agents.
who's going back to the enemy. What can you tell white folk that we doing?
Right. They already know
I
anyway.
mean, what we doing that you can go back to run tell white folk? The black folks over there on 18th Perry Court, do what they doing.
Right.
You know what white folk lose you for? He bumping his partner. Go ahead and kill this Negro. This Negro ain't no good. Go and kill him. And you find out in the car accident.
Right.
Right.
But I'm gonna close with this. Sun Tzu said, if you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the results of 100 battles. COINTELPRO is still alive.
That's right.
Oh no, y'all don't read it. I'm gonna read it. I wanna read it to you. Because again, see, one thing I like about white folks, one thing I like about it, is that white folks like to put their stuff in documentation.
Right. That's right. They don't believe no mystery gods.
Yeah, see, they like to put it in documentation because they want to pass it on down for generations.
Right.
And they don't leave it to chance that
Right.
you don't forget.
And hocus pocus.
They gonna write it down and say, look, follow this method. Ain't that what
Right.
they
Follow that
said?
recipe.
Follow this method and
Right.
you will make what you need to make.
That's right.
This is the counterintelligence blueprint on black nationalists. Listen what they say. Prevent the coalition of black militant black nationalist groups. In unity, there is strength. These white folks at the round table talking about you and I.
Go ahead now.
They understood that you can only be a person for so long until one among them is going to desire to stand up. They said, be on the horizon.
Be on the lookout.
When Moses was to be born, Pharaoh was on the horizon.
Right.
Because he realized we've been putting our foot in these people's backside. So eventually somebody, by God's grace, is going to rise up and attack what we have established. So watch the womb of the mother.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead now. That's
What did
right.
the book say? Come, let us deal wisely with them.
That's right.
Okay. He
Conspiracy.
watched the womb, and he knew that we got to kill these children because they ain't knowing no spook coming.
Right.
A man coming with a plane,
That's
and they gonna fight back.
Go ahead.
Did not the same thing happen with Jesus?
That's right.
Herod, he watched him because Herod knew he had been a tyrant.
That's
So
right.
he knew it's a matter of time.
That's right.
Nature was going to produce the man for the change.
That's
So he
right.
started watching the womb. God is so swift and maneuvering, he hid the child.
Go
See,
ahead.
white folks didn't see Minister Louis Farrakhan.
No, sir. No, sir.
They ain't seen it. You know why they ain't seen it? Because God kept a man like Malcolm X out front.
That's right.
You looking at Malcolm, oh, Malcolm did this, and you missing the man.
Right.
You missing the man that God is preparing for you.
That's
God
right.
keeps the veneer out. You looking.
God is the ultimate
Right.
espionage.
Go ahead. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
You looking at Malcolm. Malcolm went against the messenger. Oh, Malcolm did this. While at the same time, a man walking right with Malcolm.
That's right.
Soldier, seeing both sides of the equation.
Come
The
on with it.
sign was 1955. That ended our 400-year sojourn. God said he would come. So God had preserved the man for this time.
Right.
The Moses wasn't prepared for that time. He was prepared for this time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Population failed in 75.
Right.
And the minister, we didn't get because of Minister Farrakhan.
Yes, sir.
We didn't know the messenger. We didn't even accept this program.
That's right.
But the minister was so tasty to the eye.
That's right.
And his delivery was so beautiful.
Yes.
Sir.
It was like sweet music. Huh?
That's right.
And when you heard it, man, I like it.
That's right.
I'm with that.
That's right.
Man, I'm with that. The minister ain't playing.
That's right.
You start stepping up a little bit, huh? Okay, let me read it.
Yeah.
So the white folk knew that. J. Edgar Hoover.
That's right.
J. Edgar Hoover was a real person.
That's right.
He
Right. He wasn't. That's right. He's a
He's
person.
real. And he worked for the United States government.
Wore real dresses.
Well, yeah, J. Edgar Hoover.
A shriner. He was a shriner.
Why would the government plot like that on us? See, you don't ask yourself these questions. You just think things just happen. You think you live in the ghetto just cause you ain't got no money. Black folk got plenty of money, man.
Nothing just happened.
We just ain't organized. We got plenty of money. Ain't no black
That's
folk
right.
that live bad when you live on the street. Everybody ain't got somewhere to stay, don't they?
That's right.
Huh?
Yes,
Yes,
You
sir.
got a little money in your pocket. You all right?
Right.
But we are not organized effectively.
Yeah.
Right.
So the enemy, he began, this is intelligence, family. This is intel. When you know the enemy and know yourself, you can win 1,000 battles.
That's right.
This is intel. This is what we should be teaching our children so that they'll know when they're faced with a situation of wanting to do some crime, they'll replay this in their mind.
Right. How to think.
Man, these folks trying to kill me. I'm playing into the game.
Compare and contrast. That's right.
I really ain't about this life. I ain't really no gangster.
Right. No, you're
I'm
not.
a gimmick.
Right. You're a gimmick.
I ain't really no
Right.
thug. I need a hug.
Right.
Right.
That's correct.
Huh?
Right.
Sir.
So he went on to say,
That's right.
prevent the rise of a Messiah. Why would white folk use the word Messiah?
Right. Where do
You
you
don't ask
get
yourself
this from?
this. See, you don't even believe what I'm reading is authentic.
Go ahead.
Look it up.
But just go and look up COINTELPRO.
Yeah,
Yes,
get
sir.
on the internet.
Or just look up J. Edgar Hoover.
That's right.
And you'll start to, he ran the FBI. Okay. Prevent the rise of a Messiah who could unify and electrify the militant black nationalist movement. The word militant is what we are.
That's right.
That's right.
Military.
That's right.
Show me one brother ain't militant.
Yeah, one sister.
Yeah. Okay then. Show me one.
That's right.
When sisters ready to get militant, they tie the breast.
That's right.
And we with it. Whatever y'all want to do. They take the headpiece and the headpiece off. And they go to work. Man, I just saw sisters break the fake fingernail off and go to work. They break that stuff off like it's transforming. And they ready. Well, why wouldn't the enemy want us to be
Militant.
militant?
That's right. Think about
Good
that.
question. Good
Why would he want to keep you passive?
Right. Feminized.
Right.
Why would he want you to stand up and fight injustice?
Think about that.
Why would he tell you that if you are a black nationalist, you're wrong?
Think
And
about
that
that.
mean I have love for my own people. Why would he advocate that you shouldn't be? What did the Black Panthers do?
Right.
So wrong that white folks killed.
Right.
You have not read the story, you don't know the story, they tell you the story. They go and kill Fred Hampton and the brother in the bed, sleeping. But they had a spy on the inside who gave them the full layout, where they gonna be at and everything. You better watch who you got riding with. So everybody ain't about that life.
That's right.
You better make sure you know and you better shake them down. Shake them down mentally. Because if their mindset is not like yours, don't let them ride with you, family. I'm telling you some good stuff.
That's right.
Because you don't know. We live in a world where people will betray each other.
You got that right.
You riding the brother, put a whole key under your seat. Because he trying to work some stuff off. You ain't sold crack, cocaine, or day in your life. Everybody know you ain't never did nothing like that.
Yeah.
And now you got a whole key of cocaine under your seat.
Think about that.
You better shake them down, family.
And watch your friends.
If they come close, you better blow a whistle. And let them know I ain't going with that, man. Don't get in my car. Get on the wall, but get on the car. What you the police? Call it what you want to call it. You might be the police.
That's right. That's right.
Otherwise, don't get in. I'm serious.
Right.
We live in a time like this. That's why it's so important for you to get in line with Minister Farrakhan. Why? Because white folks don't like him. That's the best man for you. And this man the enemy don't like, I like him. Where's the SPLC?
Southern Christian Leadership Conference.
Where is it?
Southern Poverty.
On paper only, brother. In the history books. That's
Where's the UNIA?
Oh,
I ain't knocking nobody, man. Where is the MST of it?
That's right. Only in the history books.
Huh? Where's SNCC?
Cool.
Where are they?
Where are they?
Oh,
White
no.
man destroyed them.
See, I got to show you God in your midst.
Yes, sir. Come on, brother.
They destroyed the nation of Islam by using agents in the nation of Islam
That's right.
in 1975.
That's right.
But here's a man who rebuilt the nation.
Where is it?
Come on now.
Brought it from the dead.
Right,
Just like
right.
you read when Jesus was resurrected, this man resurrected God back up in us, man.
Right.
That's right.
3 days it was acquired in heaven.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Come on.
Silence. You
Come
didn't
on.
see the nation of Islam.
Come on now.
The man had moved us to something that would even make us better people of each other.
Right. A mystery God Muslim.
Take the suit off. Take the uniform off. Take the headpiece off. You want to be like the people more so. Why?
Right. Right.
The man of God had cleaned us up from that.
Go ahead.
Right.
Go ahead.
Now you telling me to go back? No. I thank Allah for the arm of Louis Farrakhan.
That's right.
That's right.
Let me show you how white folk hate you. What that say?
That's right.
What does this say? The who filed? The who filed? Hell, we didn't write this. This is what white folks was keeping up on you with.
That's right.
You see how thick this is? It's thicker than that.
That's right.
That's right.
Hell, I don't know what you think we dealing with here, man. The
Come
white
on now.
man know who Minister Louis Farrakhan is.
That's
You
right.
just
And
know.
who we are.
He knows it's our time.
Shows a people.
I'm telling you today, regardless of what you believe, throw it out the window and come and join the next
That's
nation.
right.
And look, I'm not saying what you believe is not helping you.
That's right.
I'm not going to
That's
help
right.
you. When I'm asking you, you got to make a decision and stand with God's man today.
That's right.
You can't for long sit on the sideline and say, oh, the Muslims good. Yeah, I agree with some of the
Come on now.
You got to do everything that Farrakhan is saying.
Right.
That's right. Come help us get our people.
That's what we got to do today.
That's right.
Put aside what you thought you knew.
Right.
You knew nothing.
How the hell you think you know
Nothing.
something?
Go ahead.
You knew
Go
nothing.
ahead.
We were slaves in America.
That's right.
We did not even have the ability to think for
You know your name.
Right. Go ahead.
Damn.
Why would I
Wow.
keep holding on to that? Because your grandmama taught you that?
Yes, sir.
That's so hard.
Listen.
Grandma could have been wrong too.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right.
See, if you want to hold on to that, Grandma may have told you don't steal that what you stole.
Right. So you
Huh?
come in early.
Grandma may have told you don't sell no drugs, but you sold.
Right.
Right.
Grandma may have told you don't be sleeping around all these girls, but you did it anyway.
That's
Right.
Huh? And then you may be thinking, well, my grandma won't let me come to my house. She still let you came to the house when you was a fool.
Yeah.
She still let you came around when you did all your wrong. But grandma tested you to see if you're a man or not.
That's right.
That's why she go against, oh, baby, you can't come here, you come to no woman, I feed you, blah, blah, blah. But stand on it and watch what grandma would do.
Yeah, that's the same truth.
I don't believe that boy believed. It sure made him better.
That's right.
That boy used to be drunk and falling down. That boy ain't like that no more.
That's right.
Now y'all can talk what y'all want to say. My grandson ain't like that.
Right.
She be proud. She be proud. When you pull up to the church, stand in the church, and you looking like I'm looking. Oh, I'm looking good. I don't care what you say. I know I'm looking good. See, when you pull up and you bring mama, grandmama up, and they talking. Her girlfriend, you know, grandma got girlfriend too. Yeah, she grandson sure look good. God, he looks so young. Man, I tell people my age, they be saying, you lying? I know I don't look old. I don't look no.
That's right.
I'm testifying of a man.
Yes, sir.
Right.
See, I'm not going to be like the blind man. I'm not going to hide. I'm not going to be like the disciples. I'm not going to run.
Right.
I'm testifying that God is working.
Yes,
My life is living proof.
That's right.
Right.
And I've been through the same today. And we've been through the same today. Come on, man.
Allahu Akbar.
No, brother Shakir.
That's
Some of them know me personally.
right.
Hell, they know what I have suffered as a man.
Yes, sir.
But guess what? I ain't wavering, dog.
That's right.
When they met me, I was on the J.O.B.
That's right.
And I'm going to be on the J.O.B. till I D.I.E.
That's right.
That's just how it goes.
That's right.
You, when God chose you and us,
That's right. Shows us.
when he chose us, he put something in us.
That's
That's
right.
right.
And that's why you different from everybody else.
That's right.
He put something in you that make you stand up.
That's
that make
right.
you speak the truth regardless
That's
of
right, man.
circumstance.
That's
That make
right.
you go against all odds to represent the truth.
That's
that you
right.
believe in. Come on,
That's
man.
right. That's right.
See, he put something in you that makes you shine above everybody.
That's
Come on,
right.
man. When they see you, they recognize God in you. They ask you for advice.
That's right.
Don't find your family ask you for that. Now they see it. I don't do nothing more. What you think about it, son?
That's right. Come on, man. That's right.
They,
Hey.
yeah, man. Because they see that teaching working through your
That's
life.
right, man. That's it.
They're seeing your radiant skin. Well, who we owe that to?
That's right. Allah in the person of Master Farad Muhammad.
So why would
right.
we just deny him? When he sent his man on the scene to get us to get responsive and start working.
That's right.
Why would we deny Master Father Muhammad?
That's right.
Wow.
Come on, man. Why?
No, I ain't doing that.
For what sins?
Go
What
down.
did it say? For what favors my Lord will we deny?
Yes, sir. Cut on. Yes,
How we
sir.
been chosen?
Yes,
We could
sir.
have been dead, right?
That's right.
We love to say that. I could have been dead.
Yeah.
But you weren't dead. You aren't dead. You weren't killed. Now what could you be doing now since you are alive?
That's right.
Everybody all right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Family, I thank Allah for this time that we've shared today. And I want you to go back and really evaluate where you stand at as it relates to your relationship to God who came in the person of Master Father Muhammad.
Yes, sir.
I'm asking you, and I'm going to do that too. Ask yourself, where am I standing? Would Master Father Muhammad be pleased with what I'm doing? Am I giving to God all that I can give?
Good question.
Am I doing, because we will applaud, and we do applaud, the work of the Honorable Louis Farrakhan. The minister almost 100 years old. Y'all be kidding me, man.
Yes, sir.
And you see that the minister works tirelessly
That's right.
around the clock to deliver us. Can't we do a little something better?
Yes, sir.
Can't we go and get a little more people to come out?
Yes, sir.
Don't y'all get quiet on me now.
That's right.
Can we push just a little harder?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'm asking you next week, we got to bring somebody else out.
That's right.
Come on.
That's a challenge to every F4 NBT in this room.
Yeah,
Bring at least
Yes,
one
sir.
person.
Yes, sir.
A challenge will put down to us to bring somebody, and that we were supposed to do.
Yes, sir.
We bring somebody to hear this truth. If you say you want for your brother, but you want for yourself,
Right.
you bring them to hear it.
Right.
But most importantly, be an example of what you're saying.
That's right.
I work with some fellas, man. I can either be a savage, you know, act nigga and talk crazy and all that. One thing I'm brothers all I laugh, I have fun, but I'm never going to go beyond the bounds.
Exactly. You can go to the hill.
I'm never going to disrespect
That's
my
right.
brothers in the manner they call them other than who they are.
That's right.
I'm gonna always have their back if I'm able to.
That's right.
Because that's how I was trained and taught.
That's right.
You was trained and taught the same way.
That's right.
So let's make our word bond.
That's right.
Really find out, are we really about that life? So I thank you. Are there any questions before we close out? How many here were their very first time? Please stand.
Oh,
Go ahead.
praise be to Allah.
Yes, ma'am.
Praise be to Allah.
What's your name, dear brother? Malik.
Malik.
Woo.
Good name.
It's your first time?
Who invited you out?
You better not stop now.
Right.
Who invited you out, brother? We work together. Me and Brother Malik, we work together.
Praise be to Allah. Brother Malik in the building.
You already know, man. You've been in that struggle, man, for a while.
What's your name, dear brother? So the people-
Johnny? Go by
Johnny.
Johnny. Real name. Johnny.
Arsenio!
Praise be to Allah.
Praise be to Allah. Now I'm going to ask you all a bigger question, because it's one thing to hear the truth. It's another thing to say I want to try to live my life or live the life that truth dictates.
Come learn
You
more.
know, and the more that we try to discipline our life to the truth, the stronger we become and the more we begin to grow.
That's right.
Donald Lewis Farrakhan has asked us, repeating what God said, accept our own and be ourselves.
That's right.
And we have, in my estimation and opinion, we have the best program designed to help black folks.
That's right.
Yes,
No
sir.
question about that.
That's right.
Look at the track record.
So I ask you, would you be willing to help the Honorable Louis Farrakhan in this work, in ridding our people of the things that keep us as slaves, of ridding our people of things that make us less than, but help the minister to lift our people up as well as lift yourself up
That's right.
in this program.
Come learn more.
Would you be willing to help the Honorable Louis Farrakhan in this work and coming among us to work and help? That's what I'm asking. Would you be willing to do that?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Would you be willing to help us? Now, let me say this, because I know sometimes we believe, help us, John. I'm asking you to help.
Help. Yeah, come learn
See, if
more.
I'm lifting up this table or this podium, it's looking. But you come and help me lift it up, guess what? We may be able to move.
Yeah, right.
Now, that don't mean that you have become now a certified podium lifter. That means you help me move it to one spot. Make sense? So we ask you to help us move the ranks to another spot.
Right.
Okay. Would y'all be willing to help us do that?
Yeah.
Your willingness say, I'm going to keep coming.
That's
That's what I
right.
said. Oh.
That's right.
Well, praise be to you. Are there any questions from anybody? Yes, sir. Please stand with us.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum
Y'all just
salam.
you did a wonderful job, brother. Praise be to Allah. I just wanted to remind everybody that there's a documentary coming on that we got 5,000 parts. It's called Surviving White People, and the brother is teaching on it every week. So I wanted to
What can we,
invite.
why can we listen to it or watch it?
Just keep coming here every week. We had Surviving R. Kelly, so we had. I want you to see that documentary, Surviving White People.
Go ahead, black man. That's right. So let's talk about that like we talk about R. Kelly.
Yeah.
That's right. I like that. Good job.
Next time?
Anybody else? The sisters ain't got no questions. That's a shame, man. Come on now. Y'all. Yes, sir. Please stand there, brother.
I appreciate,
Yes, sir.
anything I have to talk about or anything, I call you,
Yes, sir.
so, Cause you know, I know them devils, you know.
That's right.
And I ain't gonna cut no corners.
That's
with
right.
it, you know
You
what I'm
definitely
saying?
won't.
You know, cause them slavery days over with.
That's
Like I
right.
told you, I said, I ain't no slave.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So y'all got to have these. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir, brother. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Why don't people think it's real when they're robbing banks? I mean, who threatens other people's lives for a freaking piece of paper?
On Saturday. That's our next minister of Montgomery. That's the next minister of the city. Yeah. Sister Leah, you have raised a God.
That's right.
Praise be to us all. We'll thank you.
Man, she teach you how to all of them.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
She at the front door.
I thought spring break was still going on. Y'all know about that. I'm a kid before that. Is there any announcement before we take up chairs? Any announcement before we take up chairs? Yes, ma'am. Come on up, sister.
Right, the secretary.